Hola, buenos dias, hello, good morning. This is Andrew Weston, resonating all solar systems, planets, intelligence through the galactic system of the energy core. Today's a great day. As you can see, plants are beside me right now. They give you amazing oxygen through its atmospheres right now, through its human vessel. So it's extremely important to know that you can have these plants, and these plants alone will not only help you in everyday life, but it give you a lot more perspective of what's going on through its continuous force, because plants have a continuous growing mechanism through the grounds of its waters and its seeds, and it vibrates. Everything is a vibration, so you can talk to these plants. Like I said in my last video, you get tremendous force of what's going on through its plants. So plants are very good to have. They produce a lot of oxygen, and they can help you in so many different ways. If you understand their vibrations, you can read any frequencies through its energy fields, because believe it or not, plants have energy fields. It's more based on they're more solar mechanism, and their mechanisms are through they don't have a soul, but they do have ground formations through its electricity, and its electricity is through its volumes, and those volumes are through frequencies or levels of its harmonics, because everything resonates on a different vibration. So let's see. I had my coffee. I feel really good. It's Wednesday. It's a bit gloomy right now, but the atmosphere is cloud shifting, and it's basically in a purple century circle. Most purple century circles are shape shifting through line divisions, and it's correcting all its patterns. So right now it's in different colorations. Like I said yesterday in my last video, where I was communicating with multi-dimensional Earth and its dimensional realms of its parallels, paradoxes. I was collecting all that information through my energy fields and my upgrades. So I'm at full capacity right now through the data processing. So through this transformation device, you're getting full connection right now. We're going through a lot of waving lengths, and its continuous waving lengths are going through a tremendous force. So that circulation is going to be high rising through its volumes and its radio signals. So everything through its connection and its energy cycles through the systematical systems, the psychonisms, the transformation lights, the sky formats are going through a galactic force, and you're getting connected with the energy core, its atmosphere, its reactor. So the reactor is going to formalize everybody through its synchronizing soul. So those energies that go into you are going to be pixels. Yes, they're going to be all different colors. It's like a rainbow. Okay, so you're going to have all those pixels there going into your body. You've gotten used to the atmosphere, you've gotten used to your voice and grids, your audio, your perception, your sensory perception, your mind telepathy. Everything is formulating right now through its continuous force. So we're going on extremely high volumes right now, and everybody has to be prepared for that. So those pixelizations, you're going to feel those little dots that go into you. So it's going to pinpoint all of those body parts through the synchronizing souls, and those souls are going to get full connection. You have to get connected with your sacred soul, your multi-dimensional soul, just like you're getting connected with your multi-dimensional sacred universal heart. You have to understand it's all its body parts, because the higher self understands everything through its space and its continuum. So today I'd like to talk about flying, what it's like flying as a higher self, as a galactic self, how it resonates around all its planets. It goes extremely force, and it understands its volumes and its frequencies and its velocity and its acceleration and its speeds. Once you go through different dimensions and you go through different shapes, you can calculate that through the mind telepathy. And mind telepathy changes its frequencies through its shapes, which is fascinating, because everything you want to know around its solar systems, you can understand its devices, you can understand its vibration, you can understand its communication through relationship and partnership. So you can go to any plantation and fly there just with the mind telepathy alone, and you can correct its divisions, you can line formate. I mean, that's what I do on a day-to-day basis as the galactic higher self. So I have the galactic 12 right now, and they're in different realms, and we're still trying to find those frequencies. It's extremely hard to find because it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And once you find that, then you can correct its division, line formate all the shapes, put it in vibration, understand its frequencies, use its volumes through the voicing grids and the audio perception through the radiation lights, use the streaming lights, the elixir, because all the galactic 12 force systems have all that. So they use that, plus the golden sphere, like I was telling you about. And we use those streaming lights to light up its light formations, okay, through the ground formations, okay, and through that we use the laser mechanisms and the pyramids. The pyramids are the energy source, so it lights up those pyramids and it formalizes those shapes into dimensions, and those dimensions become the parallels, and the parallels become the paradox, and then the galaxies formulate through its century circle, which is the yin and the yang. So when the higher self or the galactic self flies around, it's basically analyzing everything through its analytical systems. And those body and ecosystems are going through a tremendous force. And it uses its time switch through a different acceleration, because every planet resonates on a different vibration. So if I'm going at Mach speed, I got to find a planet that is on Mach speed, because that's the only way I can communicate. Because there are planets that have a higher source of dimension, vibration, and there's ones that have low vibration. Now, if it gets too low in vibration, I have to fix its circuits. I have to fix its ground formations, because everything through its energy circle, through its force fields and its energy fields. So it's extremely important to keep those planets levitated at all times, because I scan planets, right? I think I said that too in my last video. So you get a true force of what's going on through its space and its continuum. But it's amazing to see when you're flying around its solar systems and galaxies, and you see so much when you're in space. I mean, you don't just see here to there, you see everything, because it's a sphere, but the sphere is circling round and round and round and round, and it's on a continuous force, and those vibrations are like electric bolts, electricity, high volts. It's kind of like understanding its capacitors through its scepters. Everybody knows what a scepter is. It's location grids. And we use those location grids for shapes, and we put them in different dimensions. So questions or comments are great. And I'd like to thank all the subscribers and the viewers for the love and support. You guys are amazing as we're going through this galactic system force. And the force system 12 is correcting all its divisions, all its line formations, all its vibrations, all its calculations, all its modifications through the analytical systems, analyzing all the electronic systems. It's uprising all its planet and solar systems, and understanding this higher intelligence through its human behavior and its human circuits through its population. Population is a star system, electronic, meteorological, magnetic systems. The magnesium force right now is going through a tremendous energy, and those energies are going through the pixels, and the pixels are going through the body and ecosystems. So like I said before, that's what's going to happen to everybody right now, because your body's shape-shifting into the pixel space and its continuum. So you can follow those volumes. We can bring your vibration to its balance through its equilibrium, and line divide all those circulations through its rotation, because everybody volumes on a different wavelength. The weight capacitor, everybody is like 160, 170, 180, 190. It doesn't matter. Everybody is evolved through circuits, and those circuits are corrected through its divisions, and those divisions are calculated, and everything is modified through its vibration and its balance. Everything is balance. And once we find those balance, then we can platitude everybody to the fifth dimension on that vibration. So back to flying. You know, flying is the best thing. You know, once you get those meditation methods, you can go to extreme force, and you can go higher and higher, higher. The higher you go through a dimension, the more you master its frequencies and its codes. And once you break those codes, you can go through a higher altitude of force. And once you understand its speed and its velocity and acceleration, you can understand everything around you, is on a continuous force. And then you can communicate with the multidimensional earth. And then you can find your colorations and find out how to communicate with the multidimensional earth and the multidimensional realms of infinities of procreating. So once you create your reality through the mind, telepathy, mind conception, mind theory, mind frames, mindceptions, everything is calculated through its volumes and its frequencies, through its balance and its harmonics. Harmonics are the equivalency of low, middle, and high. So it's like ramming up an engine, you know, vroom, vroom, you know, vroom, vroom. That's what it is. It's going up and down, up and down. Those are volumes of frequencies, okay? And those auto connections through a car are just basically listening skills. Understand when you drive, you know, you don't want to go too fast because you're going to blow the idle, or you're going to blow the transmission, or, you know, or the water pump's going to break. So you have to understand your car system, right? Just like you have to understand your higher self and your galactic self. You don't want to override its system. You don't want to overload its system. You want to keep the data formations intact. You want to keep everything formulated. You want to keep everything balanced through its condensers, through its heat sensors, coolants. We have high, low, and middle coolants. Now those coolants I was telling you about is in the ecosystem, and it's collected through its water's continuum, because we're based 60% of water, right? And we use that water because it's on a different silicone through its antimantium. And it becomes a solid force through space. That's how you can go faster in space, because it rides on a different oxygen like it does in the atmosphere. So that's how you go through continuous force of speed. But you have to understand its DNA structures too, because the DNA structures are showing you its locations, and use those locations through the infinity. And once you get past that infinity, then you can go to any location at any speed. So I think that's good. You know, I got a lot to do today, but I just want to make this quick video and let you guys know that everything's going extremely well. So I'll keep you informed and talk to what's going on through its solar system, space, and its continuum through the galactic energies. We're collecting all the patterns through its radio signals, telegraphing, telecommunication of all lines through its tremendous force. This is Andrew Weston, resonating all solar systems, planets, intelligence, from the galactic system of the energy core of Octic 7, calling out. Adios.